New Cardi Kaizoku video. Need to watch.
Cardi Kaizoku.
This video is brought to you by Adakai TCG. Shop the latest in premium holographic textured custom One Piece cards. Designed for collectors, crafted to stand out. Use code CARDKaizoku for 15% off your next order. This video is sponsored by Gungam.gg. See Western OP11 list and Eastern OP12 list on Gungam.gg. Updated daily. Be the first to see decks for new leaders as they emerge. With over 1,000 deck lists per set, Gumgum.gg has all the top strategies as soon as they drop. This video is sponsored by Card Market, Europe's largest online marketplace for trading card games. Alright, it's Championship Series time again. Miyagi for OP12 for the 2025 season here. Yeah, so we see the tournament breakdown here on screen. It's still filled with mostly blue-purple Luffys, 25% of those. Green Zoro being the next most represented leader. I think this has been the trend throughout all OP12 in Japan. And then green-purple Luffy, and then Teach at 5.9%, and then Bonney after that at 5%, who did get buffed from the starter deck starting from last week, right? The last Championship Series was the first one with starter decks legal. We do see Green Yellow Law also because of that, right? Also gets benefited from Bonney's starter deck. 3.9% Rayleigh, also a really strong OP12 leader here. And then Red Green Smoker making up 3.7%. So this is a lot higher than I was expecting. So they're really utilizing the I wonder if their smoker runs like the slash support plus the navy stuff that they got from OP10. And then we see Buggy making up a pretty sizable chunk here, 3.6%. And yeah, that's just due in part to how popular Lucci was like up until the starter decks released in Japan, and now Buggy completely shuts him out, I guess. And then Shanks also making up 2.8% here. And then the other 18.9% is filled with leaders like Zoro. This is Purple Black Luffy, Kobe, Nami, Sanji, Bello Betty, Kalgara, and Kid. So yeah, we'll just jump right into whatever the top 16 are. I hope it's top 16. I know one time they did like a top 8 only. I don't know what determines that, but yeah, we're gonna probably see a lot of the same leaders near the top show up. But yeah, we'd love to see a Kobe show up, just because we saw Kobe for the first time in like the other leaders. Okay, so here's the top 16. I'll pause it real quick. So Blue Purple Luffy, as you mentioned, 4 of those. Green Zoro. So this is pretty representative of what we saw in the overall tournament population. Oh, 3 Red Green Smokers actually. Yeah, we were surprised there were so many in the like overall stats, but 3 of them showed up in the top 16. That's pretty crazy. And then Green Purple Luffy at 2. We do see a Rayleigh. One of these always makes it in just because it's such an aggro deck. Then Bonnie also up here. And then oh, Kid. Yeah, we kind of saw like Piss Kid randomly show up in top 16s, even though it's not too overly represented in like overall population. So I would say this is pretty standard, right? These are especially what you're going to see in every top 16 here. The Red Green Smoker is interesting. We could see a Red Green Smoker final, but yeah, I don't know. I honestly think like Bonnie is a really strong deck at the moment. Just depends on the pilot, I think, or like the tech cards in the deck too. Yeah, I am not currently live, so I can actually skip ahead. I did it live last week. I got kind of tired from it, so I'm just gonna do this on my own pace. So that way, like if I want to stop in between matches and just like, I don't know, make a snack or something, I can do that instead of having to entertain people live. So just a little bit more pressure off of me. Okay, so we do see the top 16 matchups. Let's see who it's between. Okay, it's the Bonnie. We were hyping up the Bonnie in that we thought maybe she might win. So what she does is on your opponent's attack once per turn, if you pay a Dawn, you can rest out to one of your opponent's leaders or characters. This is a really control-heavy deck, right? It's all about preventing your opponent from attacking you, setting up their characters to attack back, setting up your 8-cost Kid wall to make it even harder to attack into you, on top of your leader ability, like negating one attack. Did get recently buffed by the starter deck that released in Japan, but we've had it for a while in English now. Against Red Green Smoker. So, interestingly, Smoker is also another 8-cost Kid focused deck. Like, it can be. Usually they are. We could see like a unique build here, but what Smoker does is on your opponent's turn, all your Navy and Punk Hazard type characters get plus 1,000 power, makes it a little harder for them to be attacked into. Then activate main once per turn. If you have characters with 7,000 power or more on board, you can just set up to 2 of your Dawn as active. You get 2 free Dawn for free, extra every turn. Yeah, you get free Dawn for free. That's how it works. Usually they combine it with this 5-cost Smoker and then makes it 3 Dawn, because this one also lets you untap a Dawn. So Also an ACOS kid deck in the fact that you can have Dawn up ready to like set up your wall with the ACOS kid. Also, one thing that this smoker does better than Bonney is that you always have room to play like an event because you can untap 3 Dawn, right? You can always play like a where's like a mole pistol. That's a really strong card in red. But you always have Dawn for this. You also have Dead Man's Game, right? This is an OP12 event that green has access to. And yeah, both decks will just depend on getting this guy set up and then protecting it. So let's take a look at the starting hands here. Bonnie's benefit is that she can use Cavendish because she's a supernova leader. Okay, so the smoker's hand, I'm going to try not to pause, I'll do it quickly as I can. Searcher, 2K, Searcher, this is Paradise Waterfall? So I'm guessing they adopt more of a Mihawk strategy, and this is a 2K. 2K blocker. It's actually a 7K on board because of the smoker's leader ability, plus he gets plus 2000 power on your opponent's turn. So yeah, I think this is a really strong hand, right? You'll find what you want with these 2 searchers. This one searches for Punk Hazard. Okay, well, see, this is what happens when I don't pause. I don't have time to talk about it. But you guys seem to complain when I pause, but whatever. Okay, so Bonney also runs the Mihawk. This Mihawk is such a good card. So Mihawk here, 2 cabs, right? These give you free Dawn. Uruj untaps a Dawn and needs a blocker, and then a 2K Tashigi to protect your board. So I'll just talk about this Mihawk because I'm pretty sure the smoker would run it too if they're running like the Perona searchers and stuff like that. And Paradise Waterfall. Where's he at? This guy, right? He gives you 4 Dawn back. On top of smoker giving you 2 Dawn back, plus the Fekka smoker giving you 1 Dawn back. You have like 8 Dawn for the 7 Dawn for the turn for free, and he's a blocker. Okay, so Regular Smoker goes first, plays that Virgo to search, and as I was saying, he searches for Punk Hazard and only Punk Hazard. I thought he searched Navy, but he is a Navy type, so he does pick up 5-cost smoker that we showed earlier. Pretty staple card to play on 5. He's going first too, so it's going to be a 3rd turn play guaranteed. It has Banish and then Activate Main. You can untap a Dawn, but you have to use it as your last untap effect for the turn, or else you can't use it anymore. Okay, so Bonney passed and then went back to Smoker's turn. He attacked, and then Bonney used the ability to tap the Virgo. Plays the Perona Searcher. Yeah, usually early turns for these 2 decks, there's not too much to do, so that's why it's already 2 turns have already passed in the time that we were talking. So Perona lets you search for a slash attribute character or a green event. Yep, we do see they run the Mihawk. Mihawk, I guess, is a really strong card in OP12, right? This Mihawk. They both have 1 in hand. It's kind of like the green's version of ACOS Katakuri, right? Except you can't untap himself, but you have the event to untap him. Right, this one here goes 2K counter and then untaps the character. So Bonney attacks 5, Smoker takes, plays a 4-drop Uruj, who at the end of the turn, end of the turn, just untaps a Dawn for you. So you always have access to your leader ability. For a while, Bonney's cut this card out, but it looks like they're including it back in. Okay, so Smoker attacks 5. Bonney uses leader ability to rest Perona. Doesn't really matter too much, but might as well have it, right? And once he starts playing the 5-cost smokers and stuff, that's when the leader ability would be a lot more relevant. So Bonney does take... if Bonney does go for like an ACOS kid kind of strategy, you do want to take as many life as you can just to protect your kid later on. And then you'll perpetually stay at like 1 or 0 life with a bunch of cards in your hand to protect. So Virgo attacks 5, gets countered for a 1k. Because he does have 2 Cavendishes in hand. Oh my god, I have to talk so much. They're playing too quickly. So the smoker is developed. Okay, Bonney just swings 5. Countered for 2k on the smoker side. Oh, I do see 2 Hodis in the smoker's hand. So that's going to be good at getting around a lot of the blockers that are going to protect the ACOS kid. And then he'll be able to combine it with the mole pistol that they're showing on screen to get minus 4k to something. Right, so I think Smoker has an easier way to deal with the Bonney's ACOS kid than Bonney does with Smoker's ACOS kid. So it does play a Cavendish into a Tashigi here. So Cavendish gives him 2 extra Dawn back on play and when attacking, which gave him enough Dawn to play the Tashigi. And then Tashigi, if your opponent tries to remove one of your green characters, you can just rest the Tashigi to prevent it. And it also has leader ability back up, so you're completely protected in like every front. Your board, your leader. Now the Smoker will probably have to attack first just because you want to get that banish off, right? This one. So they'll probably like rest the leader. That's how this is gonna go. But we'll see what he does with the other 7 Dawn he has for the turn. Not enough yet to play the Mihawk, but that's a next turn thing. So they finally slowed down enough for me to take a look at their hands. Okay, so he's just gonna swing. I do see the new secret rare Bonney in the Bonney's hand. This one here from OP12. Okay, so he didn't attack, he just plays out the Hodi. And then he's gonna use Smoker's leader ability and the other Smoker's leader ability to get 3 Dawn back. I wonder why he didn't attack first. So he does swing 7 now. Oh right, he wanted to tap the leader with the Hodi, right? Tap the active Dawn. That's what Hodi does. And then got a banish off of the Bonney. Because Hodi lets you rest 2 things. So that's why you played it before attacking. Sorry, too many things are happening inside. It's been hard to keep track. No, I've been catching it all so far, right? I just been having to talk really fast. So this 8k is blocked by the Uruj. So yeah, Hody tapped a Dawn, and then the Cavendish here we see is rested. So still 3 Dawn left over for the Smoker to use. We could see 2 Dawn on leader and then 1 Dawn up for the Paradise Waterfall just in case. You know, protect your Smoker if you can. He just swings 8. All in at the Cavendish, 8 at 6. It would be worth it to save Cavendish just because Cavendish gives you so much extra Dawn. So it's looking like he's countering 3k. That saves the Cavendish. Alright. So Bonnie gets to play the first Mihawk here, if she does decide to play it. And then, plus the Cavendish gives you 6 Dawn for the turn. I guess that's why it's so strong. You're getting to develop a big body and a blocker, and then there's so many ways in green to get so much extra Dawn back. Which is weird. I didn't think that was like a green property, but there's a lot of cards in green that give you Dawn back. So 5 at leader here. I guess it is like the identity of the color, because green purple Luffy does that too with his leader ability. So yeah, it's counter for 1k. Plays a Mihawk, and as we mentioned before, gets 4 Dawn back as active, that is. And then Cavendish gives him 2 more if he attacks with it. But yeah, Mihawk does have a restriction where you can't use too much of that extra Dawn to play something with the cost of 7 or more during this turn. So you can't chain like Mihawk into Mihawk or something. So Cavendish does attack, which gives 2 Dawn back from to play the Bonnie. Okay, let's look what the Bonnie does, because I actually don't know. So she's a blocker, and on play, if you have 8 or more rested cards, draw 2 cards and trash 1 card from your hand instead of 20 if your Dawn is active. Okay, so I let him draw a card, and it's a blocker. He'll have 2 Dawn active. Oh no, the Uruj died, so this Bonnie gives him access to Dawn. And then passes. Oh, and then the Cavendish was countered for 2k, I think. Might have missed that. But yeah, these Bonnie and Smoker lists are a little different than what we see on the West, just because we don't have OP12 yet. Just a little bit. But definitely going to try out some Mihawks in my decks. Because I'm going to start OP12 content soon, so this is good to know, good to learn. Maybe they don't even play ACOS Kid anymore, because I don't see it in other players' hand. But maybe Mihawk is the player. So yeah, if that's the case, yeah, just editor cut out all that talk where I talked about both decks being an ACOS Kid focused Fortress deck. Maybe that's not a thing anymore. In OP12, that is. It is in OP11, where we're at in the West. Okay, we see 8k from the Smoker with Banish. And then still has 2 Dawn for leader ability. Could be bluffing that he has like a Paradise Waterfall. Or he could get it from life, too. But yeah, this Banish hit is going to matter. He doesn't want to lose like a life for free. Right, because what Banish does makes the card from your life hit just go into the trash. So it does leader ability to rest the Hody. Now does he counter this? He has a 3k and a 2k. And I believe both of these are 1k. But you need to discard one of these to get the 3k. So he can defend it. It's just that, is it worth it? Because if he defends it, he's going to lose the Cavendish for sure this turn. Oh, he just blocks it and counters 2 with the Mihawk. I wonder why he didn't use the 1k. Right? Wait, Mihawk's 8k, right? Am I tripping? He is. Okay, it does play their own Mihawk. The Smoker does. And then, yeah, just untaps a bunch of Dawn. He has, what, 7 Dawn for the turn, right? As we mentioned earlier. It's like a free character he played out. It's crazy. So I'm guessing he's prioritizing keeping the carrot and then the Searcher Bonnie for something. Something worth using a 2k to counter where he didn't need to. So with 7 Dawn, he only has 1 attacker and his leader left. He could probably guarantee the kill on the Cavendish, but then he won't have much Dawn to play anything else for the turn. Because he can't play the Hody or the Mihawk in his hand with the 7 Dawn, just because of Mihawk's effect. Right, the second part of his effect here. He does have like a Sanji Tashigi of his own, which isn't going to matter too much in the Bonnie matchup. Right, Bonnie has to worry about Smoker's Mole Pistol, but Smoker doesn't have to worry about anything from Bonnie's side. Oh, no, wait, there's Shanks, right? That's the thing that can KO. Right, this is a Bonnie card that maybe he might want to prepare for by playing out a Tashigi. Okay, so it does 9k at leader. Does not care about the Cavendish at all. And it passes with 3 Dawn up. What is this? Is this an event? Counter event? I have to assume it is. Oh no, it's Paradise Waterfall. Why do you leave 2 more Dawn up on top of that? Okay, so yeah, as we mentioned, the Bonnie did top deck the card that we were talking about. This one here. Just KOs any rested character on play. But did not develop that Tashigi, so yeah, either the Smoker or the Hody are going to die here, probably. So I get 1 Dawn is for Paradise Waterfall. What's the other 2 for? Am I missing something? That's a Tashigi, right? Or is it that red event? Okay, so 5 out lead. I'm trying to bring up that event I'm talking about. Is it this one? 10-layer Igloo? I don't think so. Doesn't look like it. So yeah, that's counter for 1k. Bonnie's thinking, Bonnie's thinking. So 1 life is scary if you're not a 8 cost Kid Fortress deck, actually. Okay, it does play Shanks to pop the Smoker. As we mentioned, just KOs outright anything rested. And then can get 2 more Dawn back with the Cavendish once it attacks. Now, does he threaten the Hody here? I don't think it's worth it. I think he should just try to go for game. Or not game, but like race at this point. Right, because Bonney at least has 1 blocker, so 6 at leader. We could just see it get blocked by the Mihawk here. I think it's pretty safe. But Bonney does have a Mihawk of their own to attack, so maybe, I don't know, wants to save their Mihawk to block and counter or something? How much counters he got? He's got 2 and a 2, so 4k total. Actually, yeah, with the Mihawk, he can block twice. But the thing is, he wants to do it in a way where he can Paradise Waterfall the first block, right? Because on the second attack, if you untap, it's after the block phase, so you can't block after that. It does just block it though. Okay. We could see the Bonney attack, so that could be something he could block with the second block. But if this Mihawk attacked, he can't block. Right? The Paradise Waterfall would untap, but after the block phase. So it's a little finicky in that way. In case you need to read the card, it's on screen for you guys. But yeah, the Bonney hand's a lot more defensive. Like every card in his hand has counter. Meanwhile, with the Smoker, oh, he just passes. Okay, so he's going for the super defensive play here. So it does leave 3 Dawn up to play around the Hody, right? Hody can only rest 2 things, so there's like 5 targets here, right? There's 3 Dawn and then 2 blockers, so you can only pick 2 of these. So you either have a blocker or your leader ability up. So yeah, just super safe play here from the Bonney. But at 1 life, I could completely understand it. And I do believe Smoker runs more bricks than the Bonney anyway, so statistically, I think this was probably the right call. Right, just because Smoker runs events too, Bonney doesn't really run too many events. But yeah, with that 5 cost Smoker gone, that's 1 less Dawn he has access to for the turn at the very least. Now, what did the Smoker top deck actually? I can't see. I think that's just a Virgo Searcher. Yeah, it is just a Virgo. Which I don't know if they can find anything that'll help him here. I put in like a setting to like reduce the sounds of my coughs, so hopefully you guys can't hear. It does have that second Hody. So you completely played around it. Rest 2 blockers, still has Dawn up for leader ability, but you can only use it once, so that pressure of Hody, right, forced the Bonney to have 3 Dawn up, like limiting their aggressive plays here. So yeah, Smoker does go down to 1 life this way. I do think he has to end if he can now. No, he doesn't. But with the Paradise Waterfall, he can probably live. So we'll just have to see what he tries to do here. So 8k, this Hody rests the Mihawk. Oops. So this is rested and this attacked for 8. He has to respond to the 8 with no blockers. And then he still does have another Hody here. So I do think he does have to counter this 8. Or else this Hody would just go like 13. And then he won't have counter for that. Right, what's he got? 1, and this would be 3, and this would be 2. So he has 6k. So actually he has to use his entire hand. Oh, I think he loses this way. Right? Because if he counters this, leader just attacks 5, he takes a life, and then Hody goes for game. Yeah, Bonney lost. Unfortunately. Dang, those two Hodys that the Smoker kept the entire game. Has been worth it. Takes the 10, gets a 1k counter. I think Hody just has to go 13 here and it's over. Okay, he just does 8. Then leader goes 10. So it does counter 4. So leader 10k for game. So yeah, Bonney got knocked out top 16. Red Green Smoker takes it. We could see Smoker at the end. We mentioned that too. It was either Bonney or Smoker. Where were our picks? But yeah, I guess that's top 16 for you guys here. I'm going to stay up and do the other 3 matches in this tournament, so be on the lookout for that coming up soon. Alright, I'm going to upload them as they come, as close to live as I can. But yeah, if you guys like this, let me know, or any feedback, just let me know on my commentary too. I'd like to improve. Let me know if the cards on screen helped doing it live, and I guess, yeah, I'll check you guys in the top 8 match. They're going to reveal a new leader too for OP13, so maybe I'll do that in a video too. Okay, see you in the next one. Bye!
Car D Kaizoku.